Whoa! It's Wulzy. Welcome back to Build Week. This is day number 3. We have made some crazy progress in the first 2 days. Let's take a look, shall we? Build Week 2, day 3. We have a pretty sick intro right here. Gonna completely remake this first chip, apart from the gameplay. We need to transition it nicely into this part, which I want to finish off today completely. I don't mind just getting ideas for the first part, but this one, I want to be done. There's been a lot of fumbling in the first 2 episodes. My main goal for today is not to fumble at all. This part looks sick. It just needs a little bit more detail, and I have a perfect idea, I think. Let's get this party started, gang. First off, we have to figure out where this level's going. I think we should have some sort of jump pad into a wave like this with a little portal in front so you can immediately start clicking and stuff. I think that's hype. That fades out, but I want to make it move in a creative way. So all we have to do here is just copy a bunch of these triggers. It should really be as simple as just putting them like right here on maybe a back in, a 1 second movement up into the sky. We really don't need to worry about them after that. Let's just test that. That looks nice to me. We have that. We have the transition made. Simple as that. That's really all we need to do for that transition. And we can make some simple gameplay here, I suppose. We have our little block right here. How do we structure this? I guess we could use like some of these. That's going to look pretty interesting. I can move those as well. So I can have some of them that are supported by that little slab thing. And then some of them that are floating. Maybe some of them can be closer. Just making some pretty basic structures that we can copy a bit. And then we'll put one of these. There we go. I think that's good. So the beginning needs some work. We're getting back to our regular structures. Trippy Trip was a level I made in 3 hours and it got featured. I thought that was a pretty iconic name. So I named Build Week 1 Trippy, I think. We were going to go for like Trippier Trip or Trip Trippy or something along those lines. We could do something like this. So we can use that to top like a bunch of blocks, I think. Just as a starting point. And then what would we do? I think we should add one of these lines if I can find them. Yeah. One of these that sit on a little point that we can put right over here invisibly. Group 1. Give that a group 272. That should be fine. Make this 273. And we can rotate this as we go past, which I think will be pretty neat. If I have 272 as the center point for the bigger line, 273. So we have 273, and then we have a movement of -20, and that's going to move 40. I don't know if that's a good number or not. We're going to have to test this a little bit. But if we rotate it forward... No, that was not timed very well. We should look at the duration line to time it, so that roughly the middle of the duration line is right where the line is. So as we go past, I hope that this line is going to shoot across like that. It's decent. It needs another one, but yeah. See if we can double up on these lines maybe. Okay, so we have 2 groups. We have 2 lines here. I'm thinking of adding a glow piece next to the block with maybe the object color that has both of the groups. I gotta figure out a nice way to do this, but particles would definitely help. I'm gonna give these different groups. I've decided. I don't like just compounding groups on these. I'm gonna give them their own little rotation. So I'm copy pasting these as like a little group. I'm kind of rocking with it, to be honest. We need to just copy paste and flip some of it around. Let's see what we can do with this. Let's start off with a little piece like that. And if we can do something like this. Let's tone down that glow. It's very bright. Yeah. So we have a start. We can continue with the little convention that we made ourselves last time. But we can use this line at different parts of the block, maybe. We'll build it up. We'll just see what we can get from this, right? I mean, it does its thing. It kind of works. Can I get away with this? Yes, dude. Nabbed that structure. Big time. We're kind of vibing right now. This design is so much better than the one we had before. Can we just agree on that? We need some cool spikes to really make up for this part because we have some fairly basic design. We might be able to get away with murder. I don't know why I keep using that. I swear I haven't murdered anyone. That is kind of good. Not amazing, but kind of good. What? Why are you so bright? I'm realizing how much work is actually going to have to be put into this part because of the style that I've used. Oh god, this layering is hideous. This is a very grindy stage of building right now. With a start pause. Those blocks actually don't even look that bad. I can't even cap. So I can probably just cheap out and get our details from this. And what's the group number this time? I'm gonna guess it's 4. So I have those sections in. I'm thinking of just adding floating blocks in the background. I feel like it would fit. The level's actually coming together. I can't believe it. 3 days in too. And we have like really, really good foundations, I have to say. We can just do like 4 tiers of background. Let's add our blocks in first and foremost. So there's going to be like a few rotating blocks here. Put those B4 behind the... Oh, wait. We got to put this on B3 so that it goes on top of blocks like that and tints them, which is really cool. We have to make another new opacity, which is 360. That's cool. We'll say like, we can just go 25. I don't think we have a 25 yet. So it's just, yeah, that's fine. It's going to lock to the x-axis on 361. So we can move all of 361 way down underneath the level at the very beginning and then move it up. So that's the lock group. Next, we need the group for the layer, which is 362. And I want the layers to move up one by one. There's going to be 4 layers. So I'm going to set this up with a few move triggers. We'll back out, I think. So it like kind of rises really high and then drops a bit. So that's going to be that 200 that we missed. I think we made it 200. Or did we make it 250? Can't remember. Lol. It's 250. Okay. Awesome. 362 is going to move up. So that square is going to rise up there. Just need to make sure that it actually locks to the X. So there it is. It rises and it lands. So we're going to move that around a bit and get our little blocks in check. And the rule of parallax is that objects that are closer to the front of the screen move slower. No, faster, faster, faster. Holy jeez, don't quote that. It's faster. Don't get this wrong, because then your parallax will be wrong and people that do art will notice it and then you'll get told that your parallax is wrong. So we're going to have a bunch of these like really far across and they're going to be slowly moving towards the player, but not as slow as the layers that go behind it. Remember this. Don't get this wrong like I just did, because now I look silly. Anyway, I'm going to go minus 400 or minus 800. Why not? Over 10 seconds or so. So they're moving pretty quickly, right? They're just going to sit there. Also, their movement sucks. That back out really does suck. So I wonder if I can change it to like an exponential out. Yeah, that's much cooler. So we have that set up. Next, we need a few rotating groups. We're going to plan this little movement on though. I'm going to make it like 5 blocks after 363, 5 blocks after 364, then 365. And those are going to be the groups for the next layer. Awesome. Copy values, we'll place a new block, scale it up probably to be scaled a little bit higher. So we minus 1 from the Z order to go behind. And then we go back over to our trusty little trigger over here. Change this to a minus 600 for 363. And we're going to preemptively set out 364 to 200 less, and then 365 to another 200 less. So all we have to do now is just set out the blocks. So we're just going to copy the values, get the next darkest, and then we just need the next and final layer. Let's get our darkest layer. 1 layer below again, next editor layer, 365. That should be enough, to be honest. So now, when we play, we should have a little rise of blocks that move faster on the foreground and then less on the background. And they are pretty much invisible, I have to say. And they run out too fast. That's awkward. Something you can do to test this is just place a start pause where you're looking to end the blocks and just check that they're all on screen. So you can see 10 is really far behind. Like I'm getting to the end of them, but the rest of the blocks, oh geez, I need to make them further too. So we need a bunch more of these blocks. I barely added any, dude. Nice. And I need to increase the opacity of 360. And if we play from the beginning, we'll see them hop onto the screen at different times, like this. And they move at different speeds, which is really neat. It could be more epic, I think, but it does the trick. Oh, I forgot to fade them off. Lol, awkward. Let's give a bunch of these different rotating groups. Actually, it's probably going to be easier if I select them all first. Give them a group 366, and then go in and pick out some of the groups here, some of the blocks. We're going to give them a different group, 367, and then we'll just do that exact thing again, just to hopefully get a nice set of rotation groups. I'm going to make this one a bit rarer, though, just to speed it up. So we have 3 different rotation groups on these blocks overall. They don't need centers, actually. So let's make the first one rotate like twice around 360. So that's 2 full turns. Then we can have maybe a minus 3, and we'll go for a 1 with 368. So now they're rotating differently, which is neat. Should I keep the spikes like this? I think they're kind of they're iconic now. The red, it's kind of growing on me. Like, what am I doing? Like, what am I doing? Like, why is that spike? Go down. Okay, this will be so much effort to pull off, but I've thought of something. You know how I have like the red outline effect at the start? What if I put that on the blocks that move in? Back here, these move up, Then the red lines like disappear. This will be so much effort, but it would kind of be cool if it has like an outline. Oh, what are all these groups? 360, 361, and 362. 360 is an opacity. 361 locks it to the x-axis, so we're keeping that. And 362 we need. So now this block is going to move, but not rotate, and it's all the way down there. Okay, gotcha. And then move this to 22. And then do a 23. Swing! Nice. And then I need to add the custom rotation that it has. Yo, and then we add, oh no! I need to, oh my, dude, this is gonna be so annoying. Since I've used lines, I can't rotate the blocks because I need a center for more than one object. Oh God. Oh God. Right, this is fine. We can make another version. We can probably use something like this as an edge and get away with this. If we just copy the lines and then paste them onto different values and like different sizes of the square. And then, yeah, this is just gonna work, but I need a single object for the rotation because otherwise it's gonna break. Dude, I'm not gonna lie, that was kind of terrifying. I thought that I was gonna have to just sit and add like a bajillion centers. Make sure I'm adding the correct group to the correct square, otherwise it's gonna be out of sync. That was so pointless. That literally achieved like nothing. But I don't care. It looks kind of cool. I want to work on the next part. So I had an idea for this part that involves a couple of spikes like this. I want to do a frame-by-frame animation. God. Okay, the burnout from this level is finally hitting. Let's do something like that for a block and move them across. So we're literally just gonna bounce them off the right wall. Then we just need to offset them to the left. That 10. So as we go through, these blocks like hit the edge. Just on every edge that we see that extends fully down. We're just adding these blocks in because it just fills the space a bit more. The bottom needs to move first since it's on the top and the bottom comes down before the top does. This is such a mess, dude. This always happens at the end of the stream. And at the start of every video, I'm going to be like, yep, I'm going to try not to make this confusing this time. And then I'm going to make it 10 times more confusing. Great. Almost every move trigger is far too early. And there's too many. Everything you see here, trigger-wise, after 382 has to go. What a mess. Should I keep going? I gotta keep going, right? I gotta add more stuff because this is like... There's like nothing here. We're doing this, guys. We're doing this. No giving up. Maybe it would be a start if I added a bunch of saws. We're gonna take baby steps. Boom. We have a saw blade in. This should probably be rotating pretty quickly. And then we gotta figure out a way to blend these saws in. And that's gonna be our segue into the decoration here, I feel. But we're kind of gaming, I think, right now. With this saw idea, as soon as I get more saws put in and figure out the shape of everything, more details are going in. I'm going to definitely remove glow from them because we have glow on top of them. So to remove that natural object glow is kind of going to be a big thing. Now we got to figure out how to make them work in the level. Let's go here with some more B4 decoration since everything's blending. We'll go like minus 15 on one side, plus 15 on the other. And we'll just get ourselves a little rod. So we can make this object the group parent. So when we rotate, we are basically rotating around that circle in the middle, you see? So now I can add a bunch of details and then rotate this pillar around different parts. It's really static. True. I can do much more movement as well. That's a good idea. It is static in the blocks. You're right. So how are we going to do this? Where's this line end? Line, please. Please. Load. I can't see. Don't worry, guys. I'm working on the movements. It's going to take a little while because I didn't plan for them, but I can get this. For now, I think I'm going to focus on moving like sets of blocks instead of individual ones because it's faster for me. Why don't... Oh. What? What's 386 again? Is that... Oh, that is the movement. Dude, I'm losing my... I'm panicking, dude. What is happening? I need to stop. I need to stop. That is literally the moving group. Why was I panicking so much? That's just, you can't even tell us a jump. Like, come on. Also, I thought of something as like an extra pulse or like an extra movement. I mean, it would also be quite tedious now that I'm thinking about it, but I don't care. It's gonna be a little vibe sesh. We're gonna make this block crumble as we step on it. We could do that, but it's also not very high energy. You know what's also like a pretty decent way to get the energy up? A blending screen. Probably gonna resort to one of those. Oh yeah, nice one, GD editor. Love it when you don't select things. I'm losing my mind, dude. Go in line with the alpha triggers. You idiot. I can't remember how I lined up these pulses and some of the alpha triggers are off grid. Like really off grid. And now I have to save and exit. Ah! Why does it just stop? Like what? Oh, I just didn't add them. Great. Screen looks decent. I mean, it's nothing special. Now I need to just add a few more movements, I think. This is looking kind of sick now. It's cheering me up. Let's do this, guys. We're almost done with the part, I think. We're almost done with the movements anyway. I'm kind of tired of doing movements, but they just have to be done. Well, we got a bunch of movements in now. We're kind of making big progress now. We almost stopped the stream about half an hour ago, but we made huge progress on the ending since then. I'm going to quickly turn off my hacks just so I can get through here in an actual attempt. This series is driving me crazy. There's going to be a lot of this cut out as well as the last episode being a lot cut out and the one before because I just fumble so much on stream and I can't do anything right. But man, we're finally breaking through with some amazing advice from Viz after he's done his 5-day series. Definitely go and check his series out because man, it takes some real determination to do all this. Not gonna lie. I almost got the perfect attempt. I think that spike actually is impossible. That's unfortunate. I gotta say, kinda excited to continue, but also not because it's only gonna get harder. Now, let's just fix that block. Can't believe this has never been possible. That's really awkward. Whew. Thank you guys so much for watching this Geometry Dash build week day. Day 3 is done. We're pretty much done with like 35, 37 seconds, something along those lines. I don't even know. We're gonna make a bunch of gameplay next time, and yeah. Thank you so much for watching. Seriously, this has been a painful day. Man, so many things just drove me up the wall. I apologize for being so cranky on stream, but yeah, thank you. Check the links in the description. Leave a like and subscribe, and have a good day. Like, have one. Have a good day.